What's up? What's up, everybody? What's good, y'all? How we doing today? Whoop, 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 whoop. What's up, Abara? I am so excited. I'm eating some grapes. I got some water, you know? Everything is good. What are y'all doing, huh? What's up? How are our audio levels? Are we okay? Are we okay with the audio levels so far? Are we feeling this? Is this a good volume level on the microphone? Is it quiet? Is it loud? Is our music quiet? How we feeling so far? I'm looking at, where's the chats at? I'm looking. I ain't seeing nobody. I see Abara. Abra. I read Abara. I'm dyslexic. Streaming while dyslexic is going to be a little interesting. This is me, it's going to be something, that's for sure. But today, y'all, we are doing some Commander customs, baby. What's up, Raven? Sounds good to you. I like to hear that. Fantastic. I'm going to go alert the Discord, which you can join by going to the Patreon. Make sure that everyone knows that we are streaming. First stream, everybody. What's up? What's up, Demolition? There it is. Music. Yeah, there's music in the background. I'll turn it up for y'all. Uno momento, por favor. That way y'all get to hear it. Let me know if that feels a little better. Only your voice. Fair enough. Here, I'm going to double the music audio. See if that helps. We'll see if that sounds a little better. How we feeling on that one? And the music yet? Let's go alert the Discord. How's everyone doing? I want to know about your day. It's 1:02 on a Tuesday. Oh, EST that is. Where's everyone at? What's everyone up to? Sounds good. Not too loud either. I like to hear that. Beautiful. Great. I'm so hyped. Time to give a little dance. You know? Get a little excited. You know? Woo! Ooh, doing well, working from home. Excited to see what you build. Very good, very good. Well, let me open up what we got here. At least on my side. That way I can see what we got. I'm going to lower the music on my end, up it on y'all so you can still hear it. Go from there. There we go. And let us get up our 3 contestants. So we have a deck for Bolaris and Alex, for Carlton, and for Squishy. Who is here first? Who are we doing first? Home sorting cards. Your decks are awesome. Nick, I very much appreciate that. I put a lot of love into my decks. I love making decks. Hello there. Discovered you literally today? Code, what's good? That's exciting. Happy to hear that. What video was it? And was it bad? Or was it a good video? Who knows? Maybe you listen to my old video game soundtracks. Who knows? This is Alex. Wunderbar, Alex. You are the first one on deck then. You sounded off first. Big luck for the Kamigawa AC list. Thank you. That was a labor of love. That took me 3 years to put that together. I have lots of other decks like it. I'm excited to show you guys too. The Moonfolk deck got me hooked. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. I mean, so many people try to make Moonfolk work, and then it's like they make some infinite, like, arch nemesis-y deck, but, like, the best part of Commander, the best way to play Commander is when you, like, you're not small beaning, you're not, like, pretending you're not a threat, but you're also not, like, blowing people out of the water, right? You know? The stickers deck, fantastic. We're going to be re-stickering my entire cube later because I changed, like, all my decks falls out of tournament this weekend, so I'm buckling up on that, you know? Dude, I love your Wandering Minstrel deck. Fun video. Also, plan on building it soon. Aaron, good. Oh, I'm going to be updating that list just a little bit. It's not groundbreaking, but I saw some Wandering Minstrels at a CDH 10K this weekend, and they were pretty fire. So found some new tech. Thank you, Raven. I'm glad you liked the sticker idea. Definitely try it out for yourself. It's wonderful. Oh, yeah. You're in the expensive hole. I, in fact, dried up most of the market on foil Moonfolk. Because of that video, everyone bought them up. So I'm really sorry. I also missed out on getting some of the foil Moonfolk I wanted for the deck. I just never bought them. I always had like a regular version, so I feel a little silly. Tournament was... Ooh, it was really fun for me. I know some others very sadly had an awful tournament, including some of the people that won. Their decks got stolen. They were at a Chili's in downtown Atlanta and 3 cars got broken into. That's like over 12 grand worth of cards stolen, y'all. It was bad. Oh, man. You're in Europe, so it's a little easier. Oh, lucky dog, lucky dog. The coffee's almost done. We're almost out of coffee. We're almost started. But I want to make sure everyone's been welcomed. I care about each and every one of you, including the lurkers. Y'all that are just chatting. Or not chatting. You get my point. I'm glad you're here. I'm so excited to bring you guys some funness today. Yes. Yeah, the stolen was awful. We got there in the morning and we all started sharing cards with the people that got their deck stolen. So they were still able to play in the top 16. As for me, though, I had a blast. I jammed Turbonauts Rogsai. Won the first round. We were supposed to draw the second round, and then the guy like went back on his deal, and then we all lost to someone he king made to. It was really weird. But every pot I was in, laughing our butts off. The most fun. Oh man, yeah. Oh man, 10 to 12 decks getting stolen. Holy cow. I'd take a week off work, dog. That's like getting my car stolen. Sheesh. Yeah, it's big rest in peace. Super agree over being. But, so for the tournament's sake, I actually have a little thing I want to share before we get started about that tournament. It's all good things, by the way. A lot of people, I feel like, I noticed, they'd look at the pod order. You know, what pod they're going to get into for the next part of the tournament. And they'd see a name and that you'd hear like a, ugh, you know, like, for, you know, and shout out to even some people that I know, I'm friends with. I'm not naming these people to put them down, but you know, you see Wounded Satellite in your pod. If you're not a fan of politics, you're going grown. And a couple other people that were at the tournament. And so I noticed, and this is my favorite thing that happened all weekend. Someone went, oh, yo, I'm in Def Cat's pod. Being happy I'm in your pod, that's a new high for me. I make every pod I'm in laugh, have fun. I don't hardcore politic. I politic, don't get me wrong, but I'm doing it in a friendly, fun, open. I'm not like, arr, you know? So the fact that people enjoy being in a competitive pod with me means the world to me. I'm at tournaments that have fun first, then I'm trying to win. Like the fun has to come first. If I'm not having fun, then I'd rather go play like, you know, modern if I want to be that grindy and serious, you know? I don't know. I think Ian does a great job of that too. Just found you, man. Took your Tolo list and made it weaker for my tables, but I love the shell. Heck yes. I love that people are doing that. Take the CDH shell and work backwards. Great idea. Because what is CDH, right? CDH is playing to a meta. You can just pull out the meta cards for CDH. What's up, Philip? How's it going? It's always weird if EDH people complain when politics happen and they don't participate. Correct. If there's politics happening and you don't like them, you got to counter politic. You got to do it. It's the only way you get solved. Completely new here? Heck yes. From Germany. You know, a majority of the people that listen to my music are from Germany. I used to do music full-time for Disney before I did this. That's my main goal too, but depending on what you're doing for my deck Thursday, that might change. Oh, Demadon. Your Thursday deck? Oh, you're going to love it. You are going to love it. That's the deck I'm most excited about showing, to be honest. Not that these other ones are any, like, different or worse. I just cooked on yours so hard. But, y'all, we've been yapping for 10 minutes. We've been yapping for 10 minutes. You know what that means? It's time to get this shit started. It's time to get this started. All right. Let's do it. Let's lower music just a little bit. And then I'm going to up it again for you guys. And then we're going to get started. Yes, I did the Shuffle Up and Play soundtrack. I did music for MTV, for really terrible shows, by the way. I got to work with Paramount, Viacom, Disney. It was very fun. I really enjoyed it. I miss working on it a lot. But times changed. AI happened. You know. Who are you and what is Magic the Gathering? Daniel, I'm glad you asked. First of all, let's get a little intimate here, you know. Let's get a oh, you're not in jail yet. Well, you guys don't know about that part yet. All right, guys. Let's go. Who am I? Y'all, my name's DefCat. I've been doing media production for streamers and YouTubers for 9 years, just about, ever since I was around like 17, 18. Graduated high school early. And not because I was smart, but because I needed to get out. I did not like high school. So ended up getting into League of Legends, did full-time League of Legends content. And then I streamed Diablo as a professional for a year. I was rank 1 Demon Hunter. Then I got my job doing production finally over at Sonic Culture Music. And then we were bought by Paramount and Disney and Viacom. I ended up being shared by those companies as a musician. And I started doing music for Shuffle Up and Play back in 2020 or 2019-ish. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then I realized, hey, I think I like Magic more than League of Legends. Started doing Magic content. And now I ended up doing production for Playing with Power, which I'm now the co-host of. Maldhound, Nitpicking Nerds, Jake, now separately Joel our Magic, Rebel. There's a lot. I've done a lot. 8th place Dave, That Mill Guy, yada, yada, yada. And then, so, give you the lore here. It's May 12th. My wife is getting tired of the fact that I'm always working for other people. So she goes, hey, stop being a pussy. Do it yourself. She said it very lovingly, though. And ultimately, she wanted me to try YouTube myself instead of producing for others. And here we are. And oops, it worked. That's about it. There you go. That's a good chunk. I also do production for my church down the road. So God bless all y'all. Love you. And I work a lot with charities in my area. So most every weekend I'm helping run a charity event in Charlotte, North Carolina. This weekend I'm helping run a what's the word for it? We're trying to highlight and help out human trafficking issues. So that's what we're doing this weekend. So your archetype stream was very fun. Oh, I liked doing that. Yeah, me and Maul were cooking on that. Maul's actually flying over to stay with me in a month or two, and we're gonna be doing some very stupid IRL streams. I hope you guys are ready for that. That's gonna be fun. But again, y'all, we've talked a lot. It's time. It's time to get this stream started. Do we like that? Do we like that idea? We like getting stream started? Huh? All right. It's time to cook. Everybody, I would like you to avert your attention to the first deck of the day. This is from patrons Baleris and Alex. I think Alex is the one that is here. I believe they're a couple. And they ordered the deck for it looked like their partner in the deck submission. So if you would like to get a custom deck done, go to the Patreon in the description, and you can get a custom deck done by me, and you will see them live. We will be doing live deck techs at some point, but for now, this is also a live deck tech, but I'm just showing you the custom one I've made for a patron. So without further ado, we are going to be talking about Animar. I was given the prompt of a blue, red, green commander at a $100 budget, and it's for a partner. They wanted to be bracket 3, and they wanted it to be able to be upgraded. And so I thought, what is the most fun to upgrade thing about a deck? And for me, it's getting big dummy creatures. It's giant, if I ever want to get one of the Eldrazi, like the most fun things to upgrade about a deck, it's not the land base, it's not ramp. No. We like buying creatures. We like buying creatures, baby. We want big, terrifying, big booms. What other commander better than that than Animar? Am I right? Can I get some amens in the chat? Can I see a couple amens before we move on? If not, maybe we need to go back to the drawing board, because baby, I'm feeling some amens on that. Where's it at? We want big creatures. Big creatures. So, amen. I agree. Amen. Let's make this deck fun. That was the other big thing. We wanted it to be fun. So, let's think about this, y'all. Amen. What's fun about a deck? Let's define that. Not as like a big concept, but at least between the blue, the red, and the green. What is fun? Heavens to Betsy, I'm going to tell you right now, what is fun about blue, red, and green is not just jamming creatures. It's the fact that we can bounce those creatures with blue, we can give those creatures haste with red, and we can make those creatures bigger with green. And if you ain't doing one of those three things in each one of those colors in a blue, red, green deck, then I do not know what you are doing. It's just not American. Oh, this isn't American. There's green. I was thinking blue, red, white. That would have been really good, though. Yes, seeing the light leave your enemy's eyes as you swing. And why not be able to do that with haste while it's got a bunch of +1/+1 counters on it, baby? And then, y'all, within this deck, there is a 49-cent infinite combo. 49 cents. This deck came in at $89 US on Mana Pool if you were to purchase it, by the way. We're under budget. Yeah, all right. So, let's get into it. What's up, Photon? Welcome to the stream. It is time to look at the deck. Let's go into, ready guys? See my hands? Ready? It's the first stream, and look how organized I already am. Ready? Boop. Oh! Look at that. Boom. That's the wrong image above my head. We're gonna take that one away. See, I was almost organized. We almost got there. We were really close. We got really close. Okay, y'all. Let's move this over a little bit. All right, we're talking about Animar. The Goodwill Infinite combo off the bat, 35 cents or 69 cents, if you would. We're going to be talking about Ancestral Statue for a little bit. So, with Animar, you know what? We got to have Animar up. I want to talk about Animar a lot. So, what we're going to do is we're going to save the image to my computer. We're going to open up paint.net because I'm cheap and I don't want to pay for Photoshop. We're going to... Okay. All right. We're almost there. We're getting there. Stay with me. We're going to take it. We're going to save it. And, you know what we're going to do? We're going to come over here to this little thingy. Right? And we're just going to... there we go. Current commander being brewed. And we're going to save that. Bing bong. Done. Flatten the image. Go back to Moxfield because we're cool like that. And we're very organized as we've previously stated. And ready? You ready for this? Boom. Fix the image. All right. By the way, you know your Twitch link leads to nowhere. Yes, that should be deleted. Oops. 41 creatures is a totally normal number. Thank you. Someone understands the method here. Jaren, budget Cloudstone Curio. Oh yeah, baby. Gonna bring the baby to bed. I will come back ASAP and stay here because it's cool. Thank you, Philip. GIMP over Photoshop. Thank you. Mwah. As someone that works using it, that is valid. Also, where the Cloud Deck at? The Cloud Deck is going to be next. As I didn't know whether or not the Cloud player who ordered the deck from Patreon was here, which, by the way, if you want a deck, go to my Patreon. So anyway, let's get into it. I've yapped too much already. Ancestral statue. Hold on, we're gonna get a little, luxurious here. Ancestral statue reads, when ancestral statue enters the battlefield, return a non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. The ancestral statue is in fact a non-land permanent. That means it can put itself back to your hand. Now, DevCat, why would I ever want to do that? Why would I want to do that? Well, let's read Animar for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Animar, Soul of Elements. Creature spells cost uno generic, less to cast for every +1/+1 counter on it. Woo, baby! That means if we have 4 counters on our commander, Ancestral Statue casts for free, goes back to our hand, casts again, and every cast that we do for free infinitely makes Animar big. If you get infinite +1/+1s, that means now all of your creatures are infinitely generic mana cheaper. Which brings us to our next one, Ancient Stone Idol, baby. Oh yeah. Flash, 1 less to cast for each attacking creature, plus 1 less for every counter on Animar, Soul of Elements. When Ancient Stone Idol dies, make a 6/12 colorless construct as well with Trample. That means we can play this card for free. Love to see it. That's, you know what, next up on the batting, Artisan of Kozilek. I remember opening this at Walmart when I was like 15 years old. I was so hype. Oh my lord. I sold her for like $6 back in the day. It's like 79 cents now. Another awesome spell. It says when you cast a spell, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So that really helps. Often I'm recurring Ancient Stone Idol with this. That way I can keep making the 6/12s. Pretty sick. You like what we're working with here, baby? That's right. And then the second part of our infinite combo, if you would like to infinitely play our ancestral statue like we just talked about, stick with me. Stick with me, chat. Stick with me. Okay, stick with me. Oh, wrong. You haven't seen that yet. You guys didn't see that. That's a future bit. We're doing that bit in a little bit. The Discord link is broken on Patreon. I don't know how that works. I'll have to figure that out later. But when you join Patreon, it should immediately take you to the Discord. So we should fix that. We'll figure that out. But sticking with me. When you infinitely play the Ancestral Statue and you have Beast Whisperer out, you can draw your whole deck. No, we're not playing Lab Man. We're not playing Thassa's. What do we look like? Timmy? Nah. Or no, we are Timmy. Other way around. We are Timmy. We look like Timmy. We are Timmy. So, Now, with Beast Whisperer out and drawing through your deck, you can get anything. But this is where you're going, Def Cat. This is just an Animar deck. You just went to EDH Rec and looked up Animar. What do I look like to you? Do I look like someone who uses EDH Rec? I can't even spell that. Nah. No. No. Boys and goyles. You know what we got in this deck? You know what we got? You know how we do it around here? Huh? Are you ready for this? We're copying everyone's commanders. This Animar deck is full. Why is my camera moving? I'm not doing that. Is this a function of OBS? Okay, anyway. This whole Animar deck is chocked full of copy and bounce spells, allowing you to be everyone else's deck and have everyone else's creatures at a super cheap cost. When you got 2 counters on Animar, Clever Impersonator, Dual Blue, as low as a counterspell, baby. And we got effects like Clone. I'm seeing a reflection in your glasses. That better not be EDH Rec. That's good. I like that. So, how are we liking this so far? We got clones. We got an infinite combo. We got payoffs for an infinite combo. How are we feeling? Give me some consensus so far. Are we cooking? Are we cooking? Where are we at? Because I feel like we're cooking. We're cooking pretty hard. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Now, obviously, this deck needs a little bit of ramp. We got a little bit of a ramp package. Coiling Oracle. When it enters, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it on the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. This is ramp. This is card draw. And often, within this deck, we can either copy it or re-ETB it. We're cooking. Yeah, I'm thinking Animar sounds real silly. That's what I'm thinking, too. And stealing everyone's commanders is a deck for next week. We do, in fact, do that next week. Stay tuned on Thursday. Cloud Conceer. When it comes in, draw a card. Often, this card costs 1 blue, draw a card. And then you get a flying 2/1 still. Really helpful. Good budget piece, too. Obviously, we have our Elvish Mystic. We're going to be, tapping some mana. Then, Elvish Visionary, draw a card. Normally, it's 1 green, draw a card. And normally, we can re-ETB this. Again, we cooking. Oh, I'm sorry, you needed something from your graveyard? Eternal Witness, baby. What else could you ask for, right? What else could you ask for? Eternal Witness. Okay. Now, let's cook a little harder. I don't want you to have to buy a $28 Worldly Tutor just to put something on top of your library. No, sirree. Fierce Empath, baby. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost 6. Oh, grade it and reveal it. Put it into your hand and then shuffle. You know what that means? All those big creatures you got in your bulk, or the ones that I put in this deck for you, y'all, go grab it. Go grab it. Go snatch it. Eat them up. So good. Now, let's go back to Animar for a second. Let's talk about this. Animar says it has protection from white and black, so it often really doesn't need that much protection. That's what's cool about this commander and makes it a really, really, really fun one to run. But, as we said earlier, the +1/+1 counters are what matters, and I don't want you to have to go out and buy a doubling season or anything else to, give it more counters. So we brought in Evolution Sage. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, proliferate. That means you get to add a counter of any type you already have. Sweetheart, you just got 1 extra free mana with Evolution Sage every land. Yeah, Fierce Empath, 35 cents. 35 cents. Amen, Raven. So good. We also have Fertilid, which enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1, but you can also use it to search for basics, which is really great. And so Evolution Sage and Fertilid, as long as you have both out, can constantly search you basics. Very awesome. Love this card. Obviously, another, little elvish, Finhorn Elves is just great. It's a good card. Nothing left to say on that one. Gigantoplasm. Gigantoplasm. You may have Gigantoplasm enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except it has X. This creature has base power and toughness XX. So what you're able to do is constantly re-up and do little combat tricks with it. But the biggest thing here is we want another copy spell that only costs us 1 blue. Gigantoplasm, uno blue. Uno blue. When Animar has at least 3 counters. 1 blue to copy a Galta? Yeah. Pretty good. 1 blue. Copy an Edgar? Copy any big creature? Pretty good. Now, Gyre Sage. Now we're cooking. It evolves whenever a creature enters. If that creature has greater power or toughness, it gets a +1/+1 counter. We got things that are helping to get more +1/+1 counters, and then you tap it, you add more green for it, baby. Yeah, copy Italy, baby. Copy in Italy. See? Now you're getting it. Which, you should have Italy in here. Is Italy? Oh, y'all. We've just entered something. Someone brought up a very good card. You know what that means? Y'all. It's time to hear me out. Welcome to Hear Me Out, everybody. It is the space. So we're gonna look for a tally here. Let's go get a tally up. Okay. Y'all. I'm thinking this is pretty good in the deck. Here's the problem. Here's the issue. This Atali, $15 USD. See? But I think we've got room for it in the deck. I'm thinking we do. All right, jury. Before we close this out, what's the verdict? Are we adding Atali to the deck? Is Atali going to be in here? Because it's only going to cost 2 red when Animar's got 2 +1/+1s. Huh? There's $13 US printings as well. Oh, okay, Derpy Panda. Gotcha. Sorry about that. What we thinking, y'all? This is the Hear Me Out. Sounds good. Yeah, with the clones? Yeah, with clones, baby? All right. We're throwing in a tally. Italian's going in. All right, the Italian is going in, baby. Okay. That's how I'm calling it from now on. All right. Let's go back to this. We're adding Italy. All right. Primal Comper in, and this Junk Winder out. We're not even going to talk about it. It was a bad card. I'm glad I don't have to talk about it. So let's go back now to Italy, baby. 2 red for a dino. That's it. That's all you needed to hear. Giga busted. Wait a minute. Y'all, we got another Hear Me Out. We got another Hear Me Out. Oh, and it's my own Hear Me Out. All right, hear me out, y'all. Hear me out, y'all. I forgot. There is actually a very hold on, let me get this up here. I just realized, how do you spell I'm blanking. It was in Foundations. Big Dino in Foundations. I literally just said Galta. I'm crazy. Yeah. Y'all. Galta's 60 cents. Why were we not playing Galta? 60 cents. When Animar has 3 +1/+1 counters on him, that makes Galta only cost 4 mana. Y'all. Oh yeah. We've been heard. All right, we adding Galta. Gigantosaurus doesn't get helped by our commander. That is the only issue. So we're not on Gigantosaurus, sadly, as a result. That's our only issue. So, then we got Ironmire. Hype. So this is normally free. It's a free mana dork, effectively. So we have the other Mires as well, such as Palladium Mire, and Silver Mire. Most of the time, as long as there's 2+1+ encounters on our commander, they're free mana dorks. Super sick. Super, super, super. There is a new Galta. Oh, is there another Hear Me Out? Do I hear another Hear Me Out? Hold on. Okay, y'all. All right, we got another Hear Me Out. Let's go to the Hear Me Out. Y'all, this says put any number of creatures on the battlefield. This is a really good thing to talk about. So, here's the thing. Yes, this new Galta is cool. It's also 13 USD, so no matter what, this doesn't fit in the budget, sadly. So we'll have to skip on it. But talking about whether or not it goes into this deck at bracket 3, our commander already making creatures cheap. This is doubling down on the same effect. And so at best, you pay 3 green to play all your creatures for free that already costed 5 less. So most of the time, this ends up being win more. Is it a bad card to put in? No, not at all. But you got to think about that for a second, right? You know, you're already reducing costs. And by the time this thing is reduced to super cheap, all of your other creatures are already super cheap. It's not going to get you that far ahead. So it's good and all, but I think we can close the book on this dream. What's up, Noritama? Noritama. There we go. Got it. Overbeing, I agree. Kind of just a big stat block. Doesn't do much. But here's the thing. We're at bracket 3, and I think it's still good. You know, but yeah, the new Galta, I'm thinking we're passing on. This one due to budget. Due to budget. Okay. So let's go back to the text. So we have a ton of free Mire dorks. Super cool. Mana War. This turns into 1 blue, return a creature to someone else's hand, and you get a creature, meaning you get another +1/+1 counter. See? Again, really helpful. Mercurial Pretender. This is going back to the whole theme here. We are playing Animar Mirror, where we're going to be copying everyone's stuff. And for 1 blue, copy any creature you control. Pretty great. Getting a creature is so sick. And it's going to be very fun. In the same vein, we got Mirror Image, except it comes into battlefield as any creature we control, basically for 1 blue, just like we were talking about before. Mull Drifter. Often, we don't have to evoke this bad boy. And again, if you got to hear me out, put it in the chat. We'll do our hear me outs. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But often, you don't have to evoke Mull Drifter. You just get to have it enter. Draw 2 cards for 1 blue. Pretty hype. Back to the payoffs we were talking about earlier, y'all. Phyrexian Triniform. When Triniform dies, create 3/3/3 colorless Phyrexian Golems. And then you can encore and play it from your graveyard, which is pretty hype. Phyrexian Triniform, your Triniform, he's going to cost pretty dang cheap late game. It's going to be pretty easy to play this, and often it's just an instant free spell. It's 99 cents, y'all. 99 cents. That's pretty hype. Let's be real. Next, Rikshar, Pima Renegade. It's a way, so you enchant a creature you control, and it gets to turn to a Mandork, which is pretty hype. And then you get to put these +1/+1 counters onto Animar, making things even cheaper while making a Mana Dork. Gas. This is gas. Ooh, yes. Zombie, I am my favorite MTG creator as well. Thank you. Yeah, Battle Ball seems dope. Totally agree. Worm Coil Engine. Let's talk about Worm Coil, because that's one of my favorite cards of all time. Let's, whoops. There we go. Let's go into Worm Coil here. Worm Coil is sitting at a solid $8.63, and is often free. Chat, I think this is a good inclusion, but is it spicy? Without a way to sacrifice my own Worm Coil, or do something degenerate with it, you know? Worm Coil normally, is this mic on? Is this mic? Bing, 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 bing. It's just not degenerate enough for me in this deck. It's cool. It's free. It's fun. It's colorless. It's kind of hot. Wood. But It's just not fun. It's good. It's just not fun. That's consensus for me. It's just not fun. I need more fun. It's a good idea. It's not fun, you know? Alright. Hear me out. Myosian of Cryptic Dreams. Ooh, alright. Let's see if I can spell that correctly. Myosian of Cryptic Dreams. Dog. Chat, we're cooking. We're cooking. Myosian of Cryptic Dreams enters the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it. If you cast it from your hand, remove an indestructible counter from it. Copy target permanent spell you control 3 times! Ooh! It's 27 cents! This shit's 27. This is 27 cents. Where's Jace? Where's Jaren at? Jaren Franklin, front of the class, please. Front of the class. Jaren, come here. You, gold star. This is going in the deck. This is pretty good. I like that. I like the way you think. All right, let's get that in here. Now I'm thinking we should be thinking about the other Myosians. Let's start hearing me. I opened up GitHub. Okay. Let's look at the other Myosians within the colors now. All right. Let's hear me out on this one. All right. Ooh, gold star. Agree, Raven. A zombie cityscape leveler. Sorry, you put one in. When you cast a spell, whenever cityscape leveler attacks, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a tap power stone. Good card. It's a good card. Little boring. I don't know. It's just not fun. It doesn't spark joy. The Myosian sparks joy. So, Myosian of Infinite Rage. When you remove a divinity counter from it, destroy all lands. Never mind. Nope. Straight to jail. No. Straight to jail. Hold on. We're going to put the card in jail. Let's, let me add that image to this. All right. Jail. Name is already in use. Yeah, hold up. Let me drag that over to the hear me out. There we go. All right, jail. Straight to jail. Straight to jail. All right, that card's in jail. Other Myosians. Yeah. I think the Cityscape leveler, if we want to go back to that for a second. If I can. Look. Just because it's free doesn't mean the effect is something we want to do. In an Animar, cool. We destroy a target permanent. It's bracket 3. Let people have fun. You know, I'm good. All right, what's this one do when you remove the stuff? Put any number of creature cards from your hand into play. We're already doing that. We're already doing that. This is just Galta again. All right. Let's move on. Myosian of Roaring Blades. It deals 7 damage to up to 3 targets. Not what the deck want to do. It's cool. Don't get me through. It's cool. Not what the deck want to do. I'm not trying to throw 7 damage at people. It's okay. Myosian of Seeing Winds. Draw a card for each permanent you control. Gas. This is gas. Yeah, gas. Yeah. Straight in the deck. Oh, yeah. Shrieking Drake? Bye. Room has been made. All right. And Myosian of Towering Might. Overbeing. We're finally on yours here. All right. Remove an indestructible counter. Distribute 8 +1/+1 counters among any number of... Say less. Say less. Say less. Yeah, say less. Cool. Easy cap. Easy cap. Nah, this is cool. This is cool. My Roxanne will love that red one. Oh, yeah, it would. Oh, yeah, Demo Dan. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, Demo. All right. Somberwald Sage was my next one. I love this one. It's a mana dork that allows us to make 3 mana for 3 mana. I like it. Normally, you play this for 1 green. Pretty good. And at 35 cents, who's going to complain? Then we have Simian Simulacrum. Love this card. Super, super, super good. It allows us to put 2+1/+1 counters onto Animar while we already just get to play 3 colors. So good. So good. Silvermire, and again, we already talked about that one. Next is Soul of the Harvest. So often for 2 green, you get to say whenever another token creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may draw a card. This is basically cheap Beast Whisper, and having 2 Beast Whisper effects is really good. Oh, Prime Speaker Zagana. Ooh. Yeah. Hear me out. Enters with X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the greatest power among creatures you controls. You draw a card equal to the power. It's 4 mana, effectively 2 green, 2 blue, while we have Animar out. It's cheap. I think this is good. I think this is, yeah, Prime Speaker Zagana is definitely worth it. I think we're taking out this generic Explore creature for that. Yeah, I like it. Okay, next is Temur Sabertooth. Oh yeah, and Somber helps out with the Myojin a ton, over being great call out. Temur Sabertooth allows us to re-ETB our creatures for 2 green, or for a colorless and a green. You may return another creature you control to its owner's hand, and then this green's indestructible. There's a lot of creatures we're going to want to re-ETB. This is a great way to do it. Hence the Myojin's late game. Tishana Voice of Thunder. Normally, you know, late game, just costs a green and a blue. Hail Mary. Gives us no maximum hand size, and it's equal to the amount of cards on our hand. Pretty hot. And then when it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each creature you control. How about the new Ouroboros thing from EOE? Ooh, okay, we got an EOEer in here. All right, let's hear me out. Oh, the wrong button. I'm not seeing this card. You'll have to give me the exact name. Vizier of Many Faces. 2 colorless, 2 blue. Another copy creature spell. We love to see it. Love to see it. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. My bad. And then Wall of Blossoms. It's a nice 1 green draw, effectively. Okay. So now that we've done all this, we've seen the creatures, right? We've seen the creatures. Let's start tutoring them. For $2.29 from the top rope, a foil Eldritch Evolution. Actually, $1.99 foil. That'll allow us to turn any of the creatures that we throw in just to go get a bigger one that we like. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Pellegrin. I like it. It's like Pellegrim, the legendary from Legends. Love Pellegrim. And Portal. A couple other sets. So Eldritch Evolution allows us to go get our big boys faster. We're running Cultivate. We're running Falsey. The Hear Me Out is Ouroboros. Hey, DefCat, can you update the Shadow CDH deck list? I can. I absolutely will. And I've also seen it played at a tournament this past weekend. Happy to do that, Jeff. Let's look at this. Ouroboros. All right. We got a Hear Me Out from Raven. Is this from Raven? No. Who is this? This is demos. We got a demo. Hear Me Out, y'all. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, put X +1/+1 counters on each creature you control, where X is this creature's power. It's a $16 mythic in a cheap 99 bracket 3 list. I think this is something you look out for to see if you pull over the weekend for pre-release. That's where we're landing on that one. I don't think it's urgent enough to want to throw in at any cost. We got Kodama's Reach. We got Nature's Lore. We got 3 visits. But also, from the top rope again, baby, we got Neoform. Let's go. Neoform allows us to get a creature from our library exactly 1 mana value above the one that we're sacrificing. Often, we can go get Ancestral Statue because we have a lot of 3 CMC creatures in our deck. So you Neoform a 3 CMC creature, which I think is a majority of our creatures, actually. And then you go get Ancestral Statue from it. It ETBs. You put it to your hand. Go infinite. Really easy. So Eldritch Evolution and Neoform often go get us our Ancestral Statue, and we instantly win on the spot. Pretty hype. I added in Arcane Denial, Counterspell, Negate, Rapid Hybridization, and Pongify as our control suite, as well as a Beast Within and a Crozen Grip. Do not underestimate Split Second. Very harsh. This deck only plays 1 artifact. It's Lifecrafter's Bestiary. Helps us draw cards. I don't believe in artifacts. Say what you... Oh, no jail for y'all. I don't believe in artifacts. I'm playing Commander. I'm playing creatures. Get that Soul Ring out of here. Blech. Don't care. Not for me. Not for me. Not for me. And now, for the enchantments, we got some really fun ones here, baby. Hear me out. Threats undetected. Absolutely. Oh, from the top rope. Totally agree with this. Hear me out. Y'all want to tutor 3 creatures for 38 cents? Threats undetected. Top rope. Top rope. Jaren, gold star. Gold star. But yeah, next we're talking about is Hadana's Climb. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you do control. I don't know why I said don't. Then if that creature has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, transform it. Make our Animar bigger, make our creatures cheaper, and then we flip it. Add 1 mana to our mana pool of any color. Really great color fixing. But for 1 in Simic, target creature you control gains flying and +X/+X, where X is its power. Y'all want a 24/24 flying Galta? That's how you get a 24/24 flying Galta, baby. Love this card. Next, also mono red decks need the help. Agreed. Yep. Elemental Bond. Whenever a creature with power 3 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. We got another Beast Whisper effect here. Mwah. Overgrowth gives us extra mana. So does Utopia Sprawl. So does Wild Growth. But y'all, we're about to get spicy again. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready for the spice? From my man Steve Ellis himself, the gorgeous art, Power Balance. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may reveal the top card of your library. And if it's the same CMC, you cast it for free. If you can get this out turn 2, so much fun. You know, you hear people go like, okay, you paid the 1 for Ristic? Wait till they hear you say Power Balance trigger. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Last but not least, the last piece for this deck of spice, Rhythm of the Wild. I bought 40 of this card on pre-release for 50 cents back in 2018, and it was amazing. So, creature spells you control can't be countered. Yeah, do I need to say more? Yeah, okay. And then non-token creatures have Riot. They enter with a +1/+1 or Haste. So Animar enters with a +1/+1, and the rest enter with Haste. Y'all, the sickest card for this list. I love this card. Oh, we got one last hear me out before we're over. Boxing Ring. Fuzzy. Hearing us out. All right. Whenever creature enters the battlefield under your control, I like this already. I like those words. It fights. Okay. Tap, create a treasure token. Y'all, this card's 50 cents. This card's 50 cents. This card is 50 cents. This is great. This is great. Also, quick check before we end this deck and move on to the next one. I would like to know if the audio volumes are good, and also if you would like a custom deck by me and have it shown on stream and then made into a video later. Because if you do, head on over to the Patreon, guys. Go get yourself a deck. Come on. But yeah, boxing ring, sick. I like it. I like it. Okay, y'all. Oh yeah, Jaren, we're gonna whiff with it every now and then, but the fact that it makes a treasure token every time you fight, I like it. I think, and it's what the deck wants to do. It wants to play creatures and be able to beat people with creatures, and so them not having creatures because you fight them, sick as fuck, dude. I mean, sorry, sick as. There you go. Anyway, next deck. How we doing so far, y'all? Is everyone ready for the next deck? Who ready? Who out here ready for the next deck? I need to see some amens. Grape time. Oh. Who out here customing their deck? I liked it. Yeah. I was happy with the deck. I think it went well. I agree. Amen. We got an amen. It's time. It's time. Y'all, it's time for the Scorpion God. Budget of 500 USD, or sorry, 500 euro, which is around 580 USD. So this was a budget deck. This one is for a Carlton Banks. They hit me up over Patreon to make this for them. It's bracket 4. So we got some stuff to talk about this deck. This is a bracket 4 Arch Nemesis deck that needs high resiliency and a 500 euro budget, and it's supposed to be mean. So let's keep that as we're talking about this. What are we feeling so far? Does that make sense to everybody? Any questions before we move on? I want to make sure we're all on the same page here. You know? You feel me? Yeah, big boy pants. Big boy pants. Okay, so Scorpion God says, for a colorless, black, and a red, put a -1/-1 counter on another target creature. When Scorpion God dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. The big thing is here is whenever a creature dies with a +1 or with a -1/-1 counter on it, you draw a card. Very, 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 very fun deck. Very, very fun deck. It is also the nastiest deck that we're going to talk about today. It's gonna be mean. All right, so let's get into this. All right, y'all. The Scorpion God. How are we going to abuse this and be resilient? First of all, every time we sacrifice a permanent, which will kind of be often, we got Mayhem Devil. Got to throw that one in there. We're going to be sacrificing a lot of treasures with this deck. Putrid Goblin allows us to go back. When this creature dies, if it had no -1/-1 counters, return to the battlefield. So what it does is it allows us to sack a fodder it, and then Sling Gang Lieutenant. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 red goblin tokens. This gives us more fodder. Very, very good. Yeah, Masco Girl. Yeah, hello. And then when you sacrifice one, you can ping some stuff down. It's kind of nice. So I'm not going to waste your time. We got a lot of fodder here. We got a lot of Weapons Craft, Blood-Soaked Champion, Gutter Bones. Yeah. Hey, Kevin. Oh, what's up, Kevin? You know, I don't know why I'm so cute, but sometimes it just happens, you know? It's just a little part of my life. Gutter Bones, Blood-Soaked Champion, all these creatures are things that we get back, right? Stitcher Supplier, we're going to want to get back later, but it ends up milling us. Mill, what was that? Oh, I'm sorry. Huh? What was that? Mill? In my Scorpion God deck? Death Cat, what are you doing? What are you cooking up? I'm glad you asked. So, we are going to be doing a little bit of a game plan I like to call the Broodlord. Ladies and gentlemen, Hoarding Broodlord allows us to effectively tutor any game-winning combo out of our deck. Our deck is going to be drawing a lot of cards very, 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 very easily. Very easily. And it's going to be milling cards into our graveyards. And so Hoarding Broodlord is something we're going to reanimate, and I will teach you the combo while we are here. Other things, we've got Marionette Apprentice, baby. Fabricate. When our creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it, or create a 1/1 servo. Yeah, kind of cracked, right? Kind of cracked. What's up, lunch tray? What's up, dog? Persistent Constrictor is our first heroes out. Let's see if I typed it in right. Nope. Persistent Constrictor. Okay, first heroes out of the deck. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you lose 1 life, and you put a -1/-1 counter on target creature they control. Say less. Say less. Oh, yeah. Straight in the deck. Gold Star. Gold Star. Wait. Why isn't it coming up when I search it? Excuse me? Persistent Constrictor. Unable to find any legal cards for your deck. Excuse me? Is this not legal in Commander? Legal in Commander. Says it right there. Y'all can see that. I clicked the wrong deck. I was on the wrong deck. Oops. Cool. Stormkiln Artist. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, create a treasure. We're going to be doing a little bit of that more than you think, considering we're in bracket 4. All right. Gravecrawler. Another way, right? Put the -1/-1 on it. Everlasting Torment. We got another Hear Me Out from Jaren. Oh. All right, there we go. Okay. Hear me out. Players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented. All damage is dealt as though it was a sword. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yeah. Yeah. I'm, Mr. Scorpion guy, do you have anything to say about this? You're happy. Okay. He's happy. Oh, yeah. Another gold star for Jaren. We should keep track of this. We should keep track of the gold stars. I'm going to visit my LGS. Just wanted to say hi and thank you for your content. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Good luck. Thank you for coming by, Boom King. Have a good one. All right, baby. Let's get back into it. Blood Artist. We're going to be sacking a lot of things. A lot of things should be dying. Blood Artist. Zombie. We are not currently on a green deck. We were last time. Hydroid Krasis is sadly unable to work with the commander from last time, but I like the way you think. Dragon's Rage Channeler. It allows us to surveil whenever we cast an on-creature spell. We're actually going to be casting a lot more of those in this deck than you think. So very good. We're running the Dual Caster Mage Win line. So if you guys are unfamiliar with this card, Dual Caster Mage combos with any instant or sorcery speed copy spell. So that means Molten Duplication, or I'm going to grab the other one. Where'd I put it? Molten Duplication or Saw in Half, make infinite. Yeah. Yep. Let's go. Let's go, baby. So that's another way we win this game. But let's go back to creatures. We're not moving on from that yet. We have Carrion Feeder, allowing us to sack more things. Very helpful. We've got Pitiless Plunderer. Treasures, right? Pretty solid. Dothy. So we're bracket 4. Other people are going to attempt graveyard strategies at this level. Bracket 4 is honestly where the most degenerate graveyard strategies normally live. Outside of CDH having, Breach, there's a lot of graveyard strategies in Bracket 4. Doffy, very good. And on top of it, stealing you a card, it's so good. Jadar makes us more bodies to sack. Very good. Super, super helpful with all the sack things we got. Treasonous Ogre, infinite red, basically. Pay 3 life. Life's a resource. We all know that. You've heard my song. Life's a resource. Warren Soul Trader. Pay life, sacrifice another creature, create a token. Again, more sacking. That's how we like to be. And then Yawgmoth allows us to pay life to put those -1/-1 counters on our creatures. Now, Yawgmoth is our primary win condition most games due to that fact. It's gonna get us to most of our win conditions. So, Yagi says, pay 1 life, sacrifice another creature, put a -1/-1 counter on top of one target creature. And so you can put a -1/-1 counter on a creature, sack the first one, sack the one that has a -1/-1 counter, put a -1/-1 counter on another creature, and just keep rolling and keep drawing cards. Very good. Very good. And so, when we go back here up into our creatures list, and we look at this, whenever this creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it or create a servo token. Whenever another creature or artifact you control is put in the graveyard from anywhere, lose 1 life. Helps out a ton with that. Makes it super good. Yes, Necro Skitter. That's a cool one. Let's talk about that. Let's hear me out on that one. Necro Skitter. It's a Wither. Yes, whenever a creature an opponent controls with a -1/-1 counter on it dies, you may return that card to the battlefield under your control. Very cool. That would be a Bracket 3 version of this deck. We're at Bracket 4 on a €500 budget. We're going a little harder than this, but I do agree with this being a great card for the deck, just not a Bracket 4. But great call out. Silver Star. Okay, instance. Infernal Plunge. Put a -1/-1 counter on one of your creatures. Sack it to this. Make 3 red mana. Draw a card. Buried Alive. We are running a lot of reanimation effects that we'll get into. So, good to know. Rite of Flame is Rite of Flame. Free mana. What you got to say about that? Come on. Twin Flame, baby. Twin Flame reads 1 colorless and a red. Choose any of the retarded creatures you control. For each of them, create a token that is a copy of that creature except it has haste. This has a lot of use outside of the combo I'm about to talk about, but we're mostly going to be using this to combo Dualcaster Mage. Dualcaster Mage will copy the spell when it ETBs, which makes another copy of Dualcaster Mage, which then allows us to copy Twin Flame again, or any other one like Molten Duplication. Super easy. Super easy, which we should have Heat Shimmer in here for that same reason. Let me go ahead and throw that one in there. Heat Shimmer does the same thing. So yeah, that's one of the infinite combos. Real easy. Next, we have Reanimate. That's going to be normally going to get either Hoarding Broodlord or Yawgmoth out of our graveyard. Because remember, we're killing our own creatures a lot, so Reanimation's very, very helpful. I love running Diabolic Contempt for that reason. We can sack a creature, go tutor it, pretty good. And sacrifice a creature, work with putting -1/-1 counters on it at instant speed. So the idea is if it's at instant speed, it's a state-based action, so it'll die no matter what. You won't be able to sacrifice it, doing -1/-1 being state-based. So that's an important rules understanding. Beseech the Mirror. So, hear me out, y'all. Hear me out on this one. Beseech sacrifices either an artifact or an enchantment or a token. We have a lot of tokens in this deck, so it's pretty easy. We sack it, beseech it, and then we can instantly go grab. What are we grabbing? What are we grabbing? What you thinking here? Yeah, baby. That's just an extra copy of Yawgmoth, y'all. Beseech is literally just an extra copy of Yawgmoth. Ugh! So good. And any other card, obviously, that we need to. That's 4 CMC or lower, but it's so good. So good. How do we get the mana for all this? Jessica's Will. So let's talk about this. Jessica's Will. Choose one. If you control a commander, you get to choose both. Add red for each card in target opponent's hand, or exile the top 3 cards, play them this turn. We're actually normally going to be casting this before we have Scorpion God out, because it's a ritual to get Scorpion God out and then do more after because of all the red mana it makes. So that is how we're going to be using Jessica's Will most of the time. I threw in D-Tutor. You're bracket 4. You're in bracket 4, baby. Demonic Tutor. You got to have that Glock on you. You know, when it's turn 2 and you got nothing to do, not anymore, baby. You got some up yo belt. It's going to be good. Scar. Just a 1 mana, -1/-1. Really helps. Allows us to kill dorks, draw cards. Super good. Oh, Raven. Raven with the Timeline Cutter. What was his Timeline Color? We got another Hear Me Out. All right, Timeline Color. Haste. You may cast this card from your graveyard using its warp ability. Yes, absolutely. Only costs $1. Easy one. Oh, we're in Animar again. My bad. Yeah, easy dub on that one. Love the include. Very much. Gold star. Ricochet Trap. Love this card. If you're in red and black and you're trying to play at a powerful table, you're going to need it. It says, if an opponent casts a blue spell this turn, only got to pay 1 red, change target. Easy. Someone tries to counterspell your stuff, change the target of the counterspell to Ricochet Trap. Easy clap, y'all. Easy clap. After that, we got Burnt Offering. This is a part of comboing with Hoarding Broodlord. So whenever you get Hoarding Broodlord, go get Sacrifice. Hoarding Broodlord allows us to convoke the spell. That means we tap the Hoarding Broodlord to pay for Burnt Offering, which sacrifices it and gives us a ton of extra mana. That's a part of that combo. But we were just talking about this Ricochet Trap. There's going to be a lot of counter spells headed your way. Guess what? Flare Duplication. If you're comboing out, don't need your commander anymore, sack it to Flare, free counter spell. Oh yeah, baby. Reverberate, copy a counter spell. Oh, what's that? We don't have anything to copy. We just need a counter spell. Red Elemental Blast, baby. Pyroblast, baby. We're keeping ourselves safe. Oh, what's that? Something's targeting us and we only have black mana open. Imp's Mischief. You ever seen a more protected Rakdos list in bracket 4? That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Obviously, this deck needs a lot of mana. We're running Dark Ritual. We're running Sacrifice. We also want to control the board, so we got some Felder Profane. We got some Untimely Malfunction. What more can I say? What more can I say? We also need even more mana. Quelling the Weak. Cabal Ritual. Am I going too fast for you? Yeah, let's go. We also want to get Hoarding Broodlord in our graveyard often, so we are running Entomb. We're gonna be trying to put that thing kerplunk into the graveyard so we can reanimate it. So on turn 2, you can combo off just by having Entomb and Reanimate. Entomb plus Reanimate. Hoarding Broodlord. Hoarding Broodlord goes and gets you. You question about Derpy wanted to know more about Sacrifice. What's up, Derpy? So, sacrifice a creature, add mana to your pool equal to the mana cost, but it's black mana. It's a way to sacrifice things when they have -1/-1 counters on it and get mana for it and draw cards, or also sacrificing Hoarding Broodlord. Tybalt's Trickery, another counter spell. Forgot to mention that one. Also extremely good. Fork. Copy a counter spell or copy a ramp spell early game. Go get some extra lands. Someone cultivates, fork it. Fork it, baby. Fork it. Oni Cult Anvil allows us to, whenever we use a treasure, make 1/1 creatures, put -1/-1 counters on them, draw a bunch of cards. We are in the higher power, so we have to run Still Ring and other very important artifacts. Lotus Petal. We are running another combo with Aether Flux Reservoir. So before I read it, I'll go into the full idea. Bolus's Citadel. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than pay its mana cost. What you can do is instead go grab Sensei's Divining Top. You can pay life off the top of your library with Bolus's Citadel for any of the cards in your deck. Storm through your deck, and if you ever hit a spell you don't want, you instead tap Sensei's, put it on the top of your library, pay 1 life, and cast that instead, and you've now gotten past the lands that you can't get off the top of your library. Now, while you're storming and doing this, if you find Aetherflux Reservoir, cast it. Now, every time you cast Sensei's, you gain life for every time you've cast a spell this turn, which by now should be at least like 4 or 5. So you gain 5 life, you gain 6 life, you gain 7 life. You keep using that life on Bolus's Citadel, and eventually, Aetherflux Reservoir, pay 50 life. Boom! Just boom, 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 boom. All three opponents dead, baby. Laser them out. Such a fun combo. So very, very, very good combo for this deck because all in all, I love the commander, right? Scorpion God, super sick, awesome art. The point is you control the board with the Scorpion God while drawing cards to get into combos. So we've got tons of draw. We've got tons of ways to do this. And from the top rope, Jaren, you called it, baby. What did we not put in here? Yeah, that's right. Orcish Bowmaster. What a good hear me out. Y'all, I'm going to take you through a little combo. If you somehow have a lot of mana and nothing to do, you Orcish Bowmaster, put a -1/-1 counter on it, and draw the sacked 1/1 amass. And then if anyone else draws, you can just keep doing it. Absolutely. Problem is, and the reason it wasn't in the deck, it's 28 euro and I ran out of money. We're going to throw it in because it's so good and I want them to see it. And the owner of this deck can take it out if they need be, or if they need to. But it's too good to leave out. They got to know about Orcish Bowmaster. Come on. So good. After that, we also have Grinding Station. So, Grinding Station goes infinite with Lotus Petal and Underworld Breach. How this works. Play a Lotus Petal. Crack it for mana. Cast Underworld Breach. Right? Then, Grinding Station. Grinding Station, you tap it, sacrifice a Lotus Petal, right? Goes to your graveyard. And then you can then replay it with Underworld Breach. And when it replays, it untaps Grinding Station. It allows you to mill your whole deck and then go grab any card you want out of your graveyard with Underworld Breach to go win the game. Super good. Oh, we got some Hear Me Outs. Maha and the Black Cycle Demon. Correct. The Black Cycle Demon is named Ifnir, right? Ifnir? Archfiend? Archfiend? Am I thinking of the right one? Let's go to the Hear Me Out. Yes, Archfiend Ifnir. Super good. Only $1.19 due to its reprint, baby. Yeah. Absolutely. Super good. The only problem is we're not cycling in the deck. And it says whenever you cycle or discard another card, you put a -1/-1 on each opponent. We're just not doing it often. That's the issue. And often this will end up being a dead card because at bracket 3, this is perfect because we can work around this card a little bit more. Maybe play like wheels and things like that to make this total gas. But we just don't do those two things enough in order for this to be good. It's really good at bracket 3, but at bracket 4, it misses the mark. Ophiomancer from Overbeing. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control no snakes, create a 1/1 black snake creature token. Very good. I think this is better than a lot of our other ones, so let's throw that one in. I'm thinking we get rid of... let's see the creature. I don't think we need carrion feeder anymore if we have that. So I think that's a good one. Good idea. Goblin Engineer. Back to hear me out. All right, Goblin Engineer. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an artifact card and put it into your graveyard and then shuffle your library. Yes. Yes, this goes and gets Bolas' Citadel. Easy clap. Goblin Engineer in the deck. Gold star. Very good. Masker Girl. We don't even need to look that one up. That one should just be in the deck. Yeah, Masker Girl. Let's look at it for the class. When Masker Girl enters, each other creature gets a -1/-1 until end of turn. Whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature other than Masker Girl gets a -1/-1 until end of turn. Super good. Board wipe, draw a ton of cards. Easy clap. Easy clap. 59 cents, by the way. Heck yeah. Hear me out. Mikaeus the Unhallowed. Mikaeus is a part of very, very, very good combos. Problem is we're not running that package, but I do like where you're going. Blight Mound. Let's talk about Blight Mound. Hear me out. Okay. Hear me out. Attacking pests you control, get +1/+0, and have Menace. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 black-green pest creature. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. And I like it. Yep. Easy. Easy going. Thought it through. I like it. Whoops. I'm in the wrong deck again. I keep clicking the wrong deck. Light Mound. Solid inclusion. Okay. Next. Everlasting Torment. All damage is dealt as though it's a source that had Wither. Very amazing. Very helpful. Hear me out. Umbral Collar Zealot. All right. Umbral Collar. Don't think we need more of this, but I do like it. I think this is really good. It would help with Gravecaller loops. I totally agree. But not something I'm needing in the deck at the moment, I think. Blowfly Infestation. Bunch of -1/-1 counters. Get to draw a bunch of cards. Who don't want that? Who don't want that? Come on. Come on. Okay. Next. Necrodominance. Shouldn't have been in there. Don't know why I was there. Animate Dead. We're getting things out of our graveyard, y'all. Hey, Def, would you consider doing a series of helping others fix people's decks? I have a Fire Song and Sunspeaker deck that I love the idea, but just doesn't work. If you would like a custom commander deck either helped or built, just hit me up on Patreon. If any of you guys want a deck built by me live on camera and help, anything like that, go to the Patreon. That third tier is going to get you one a month. And I'd be more than happy to do that. And I would be happy to do a series about that. So if any of you watching right now want to be on the stream, want to have your deck shown, want me to have made a custom deck for you, or have a deck helped, go on over to the Patreon. Easy clap. Dance of the Dead, another reanimation target. And thank you, Brian. Also, nice to meet you. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. And then Necropotence. So Necropotence is kind of a Hail Mary card. So if we already have the mana in order to cast Bolas' Citadel, we want to slam Necropotence to try to find it. Super awesome. Especially if we already have Aetherflux. This can be a bit of a non-bow considering you have to pay life, so be careful with this card. You gotta be restrained. But in general, such a good card. All right, last hear me outs, y'all. The deck's been gone through. I'm taking a couple more hear me outs before we move on. What else we got? While we're waiting on that, how about we go over to Patreon? Give it a little check. Let's go here. Oh, looks like we got a new member to the Patreon. Let's go check this out. Yes, one of you lucky ducks has just joined our 3rd tier. So that is a new custom deck. When you open and you do the custom deck, you guys are going to be sent to a forum where you get to fill out and get all that. So thank you so much. Let's see who it was. Can I check? Is that a thing I can do? Maybe this is something I do later. Members. Can I see my members? Is there a community tab? Do I have a community tab? Community? It's just direct messages and stuff. Okay, well, someone just joined the Patreon. I'll figure out how to shout you out. Thank you very much. Very excited to have your custom deck coming up. Hear me out, Crick. Ooh, or Kirik, as some of y'all might say. If I could spell. So, Kirik, son of Yawgmoth. Y'all, how we feeling? I feel like I need a little more consensus on this. It's only 70 cents card. Feels like an easy include, right? Right? I'm agreeing with this so far, but the jury stands. Scorpion God, what do you think? What are you thinking, bud? Derpy Panda. Welcome. Welcome to the Kitty Club. So excited. I'm very hyped to see what you send me. You feeling good? I promise I will also lower the latency on chat to me being live next time. Apparently I have it set very high. We'll set it low next time. Awesome. Kirik, son of Yawgmoth. In the deck. No objections. All right, y'all. It's time. We got another deck. It's our last. Oh, Nest of Scarabs. Oh, we had a last minute one there in the Hear Me Out. Let's go back to that. Holy. What the? Okay. How'd I miss this? Did I not have this in the deck? Oh, I already had it. Bro. I thought there was another card that did the same effect. Like, I did make the same face as the art. You're right. I didn't even notice that. LMAO. Yes. Yeah, it goes infinite with Yogg. I'm sorry. I thought you found another copy of this effect. This was already in the deck. You scared me. I was like, there's 2 of these things? Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. Also, guys, the next custom deck stream is this Thursday. We need 1 more. I do 3 every stream. We're down to 1 more slot. Go to the Patreon. Oh, we'll take one last. Hear me out. Virtue of persistence. Okay. Oops. Am I saying it wrong? Virtue of persistence. There we go. Woo! That's a big chunky mana cost. At the beginning of your upkeep, put target creature card from graveyard onto the battlefield. Very cool for a mill deck. Not what we're doing at all. Sadly. Very sadly. Because this card definitely bangs with the lights on. I like it. It's cool. But not for this deck. We're not doing mill. Tier 3 is $50. And you get a fully custom deck on live stream. I'll go through it with you. And I'll also fix any deck as well that you'd like. Oh, no problem, Tyler. I appreciate it. That was really fun. Thank you for asking. So, we're moving on. We're capping on doing any more hear me outs. Y'all, our last deck of the day. Our last deck of the day. You ready? Y'all ready? Here we go. Here we go. Cloud X Soldier. Oh, yeah. Bringing out the big guns. Bringing out the big guns. This is for Kage no AI. Very excited. This patron has asked me to make a bracket for Cloud. Creature heavy. Artifact denial. We're doing a lot of rule of law set effects. Yeah, amen, Philip. Amen. Hail Mary, big ending spells, and lots of spicy denial tech. So, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. It's Cloud, right? But a lot of people do not understand something. So many people build this deck artifact heavy. You couldn't be more wrong. Nah. About to show you what real spice looks like. All right, y'all. Let's get into this. So, Cloud X Soldier. Haste. 2 colors. Green, red, white. When Cloud enters the battlefield, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to it. Whenever Cloud attacks, draw a card for each equipped attacking creature you control. Then, if Cloud has base power 7 or greater, create 2 treasure tokens. So, first thing this deck wants to do is get Cloud out. Nope. Cloud is supposed to lay down one of these bad boys first, baby. Each player cannot cast 1 spell each turn. They can only cast 1 spell each turn, baby. That's it. That is what we're doing. And no. We're not playing no boring stacks deck, baby. We are Turbo Law. This is Cloud Turbo Law. Because here's the thing. If you combine a Rule of Law effect and a Collector Oof effect, that means every turn you get to play 1 big, huge artifact from this deck. Boom, 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 boom. So many. Big ol' equipment, right? But Death Cat, I can't activate my artifacts. It says I can't activate artifacts. That means I can't put the equipment on it. You don't have to. Cloud attaches the equipment. You don't have to attach it. So you don't need your artifacts to be able to be activated. Also, on top of all this, y'all, on top of everything that I just said, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for the spiciest portion of this? Aethersworn Canonist says, each player who casts a non-artifact spell this turn can't cast an additional non-artifact. That means late game, you get to dump every artifact from your hand while everyone else can only play 1 freaking spell and then attach all of it. Nasty. Sick. Nasty. It's awesome. So, let's start here. The first thing, let's count how many ways we have to make everyone else have to play at your speed. 1. Archon of Emeria. 2. Eidolon of Rhetoric. 3. Aethersworn Canonist, baby. 4. Phyrexian Censor. Bet you hadn't heard of that one. That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut right there. 5. Deafening Silence. 6. Rule of Law. Are you ready to watch people have to cast Cultivate and then do nothing? Are you ready to watch someone cast a spell that draws them 6 cards and then do nothing? I am. Also, we're not talking about Scorpion God right now. Let me fix that image in the top right. Sorry about this, y'all. Oops. Where did I put? There we go. Sorry about that. Let's fix that. Yeah. So, the idea with this deck at bracket 4, how many combo decks are in bracket 4? Yeah, a lot. And how many decks in bracket 4 are insanely powerful, like insanely powerful, and are built completely haphazard with no interaction, no help. All they do is turbo out a combo. That's most bracket 4 decks, y'all. Who can't combo with more than one card? Every deck. Rule of Law is gonna save you so much. I'd pay to have a Judge Dredd alter this deck. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's how we talking. That's how we talking right now. So the idea here is that we are going to be playing a lot of effects that make other people unable to win without being able to combo, while we get to draw a ton of cards and make sure people can only play one spell a turn. 6 different ways. 6. Now, how do we draw cards? Clearly, do Cloud. But we also got Archivist of Og, my baby. Draw a card when anyone searches their library. We're at bracket 4. Everyone's playing fetch lands. Everyone's playing tutors. You want to draw a card and gain a life every time they do that? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. We also obviously have our Mana Dorks. We have an Avacyn Pilgrim. And speaking of searching decks, we don't want them to. So we have an Aven Mind Sensor. If an opponent would search a library, that player searches the top 4 of their library instead. So if someone fetches, flash this in. Boom, baby. And on top of that, if you got a Rule of Law out, you can flash this in on someone else's turn. That way you can play another spell. We got more ramp. We got more ramp. Oh, look at that. Bing, 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 bing. More ramp. But as you noticed, we have a lot of creature ramp. We have a lot of creatures that give us mana. It's very, very, very good. Because guess what? We ain't running any artifacts, baby. Collector Oof shuts everyone else's plans down because in bracket 4, there's no game changer cap. At bracket 4, we got Chrome Moxes, we got Lotus Petals, we got freaking every flavor of Black Lotus ever printed being shoved onto the battlefield. So we're going to make sure they do not do this. My bracket 4 Winota deck is a turbo stat deck I built to stop the combo decks, all full of these cards. Exactly. But what's so awesome about Cloud is it does all this while making you mana and drawing you cards, and you have the green to stop other people's artifacts, which Winota doesn't have. So I actually prefer this deck. It's very, very fun. Am I lazy? Lazy. Am I going to MagicCon Atlanta? Absolutely. I'll be bringing a ton of my friends. I actually have a ton of my friends staying with me the week before. Maldhound and Z, the main character, and some other content creators are going to come stay with me at my house. And then we're all going to go to MagicCon Atlanta together. It looks like, I'm not going to spoil this yet. It looks like I'm actually getting sponsored to go. Whoa, baby. Whoa. Wacky Pizza Man from the top rope, $9.99. $9.99. I started getting into MTG this year because I love Final Fantasy and Sonic. Your vids have not just been the most helpful, but the most fun to watch. The Landfall deck is super cool too. Keep up the good work, man. Wacky. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. It means the world to me that you guys care. This is a dream come true to me to be able to do what I'm doing here right now. Thank you so much for the cheer. That $9.99 is going toward me being able to afford doing bigger videos. All the money I make for the next 6 months is going straight back into the channel so I can make more videos. I set aside money with my wife so I can pursue this dream for 6 months. So just know your money's going straight into that. It's not even going into my bills. You're just going to get more content for that $9.99. I hope you enjoy Wacky. Thank you so much. So, Cloud, Naya, stacks. But it's not just stacks, y'all. Let's be responsible. This is turbo law. 6 ways to make the entire table only ever cast 1 spell per turn. We're not even running silence. We're not even gonna run silencing effects because we don't need to. It's awesome. Going on, we're gonna draw more cards, y'all. Deep Known Terrormancer, whenever 1 or more lands enters the battlefield under an opponent's control without being played, you get to go get more lands. It's like card draw on crack. I love this. And welcome to the international MTG community, brother. Let nobody gatekeep you away. Stay in it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Philip, for saying that. I think that's a very important thing to say to others about this. You are going to love Magic Wacky. I've been playing it since 2011. I love it. Also, I don't have it with me. Shoot. But if you guys want soon on the Patreon, I'm also going to be, if you want a commander deck built by me, you can then get the card and I'll sign the card and send it to you. Oh, wait, I think I may have tweeted out the card I did. Did I? I did not. Well, here's what it looks like for those who would like to know. If I can get it correct here. Oh, almost. Hold on. We're almost there. We're almost there. We can get it. Hold up. There you go. That's what it looks like. That's my signature. So you get a really cool one, but I also do alters on cards. I'll show that off later. I don't have it with me at the moment, but I will alter your commander. I went to college for art, so I'll also do that, but we'll talk about that later. Going back to what we were talking about for the deck, Containment Priest. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield if it wasn't cast, exile it instead. Yo, all these turbo token strategies, literally the deck we were just talking about in bracket 4, literally the Carlton's custom deck we just did. Boom. Answer. At flash speed. And again, very important to note flash speed. If we're under rule of law, this allows us to get around that by flashing this in on other people's turns so we can keep ahead of everyone else's decks. Y'all, do I need to say more? Craterhoof? Come on, baby. You know what? Y'all deserve to see this. Hold up. You know how much I like Craterhoof, y'all? Wanna know how much I like Craterhoof? Look at that. It's green. So it's see-through with me right now. That's so funny. That's my Craterhoof. I have a crazy altar, but it's green, so the green screen's catching it. That is sick. That's awesome. I had you sign my playmat in Magic on Vegas. My friend has been trying to buy it because of the signs in yours. He is a fan of your channel too. Lazy, I would be happy to sign and send something to your friend. Hit me up on Discord, sign up to the Patreon, reach out to me. Let's make that happen. Temple. We got to hear me out from Temple, y'all. It's time for a hear me out. Vexing Bauble. So, Cloud, I'm going to speak for you. Is that okay? As your judge? You're okay with that, sir? All right. Cloud's okay with me, y'all. Cloud's okay with me saying this. All right. Vexing Bauble has a bit of a skill ceiling. I see a lot of people drop this card and then forget that it shuts off free interaction for the rest of the table. Once you've played Vexing Bauble, you need to act as though you have now permanently tapped the land you used to play it. The idea here is the Vexing Bauble is also unable to be cracked if we have Null Rod, Stony Silence, or any of the other effects that stop artifacts from activating. So sadly, we actually can't run this due to our package. And the same thing, Michael, another hear me out. The One Ring, it feels like a shoo-in, right? Every deck should run this. But our deck says you can't activate artifacts. We're shutting off treasures. We're shutting off people's fast mana at bracket 4 with this. This card also gets stopped. So we sadly shouldn't be running it if we want to be responsible. I like these cards. They're good things to note, and I'm happy you remembered them. It's very important. But due to the nature of the deck, we have to make sure we're keeping consideration of what we might do as a non-bow. So, speaking of which, Eidolon of Rhetoric, another way to rule. Esper Sentinel, great card. Gets us to be able to draw things. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen, you guys are going to laugh with me, an Esper Sentinel with a Colossus Hammer on it. And then you get to tell someone, would you like to pay 11 mana or do I get to draw a card? It's pretty damn funny. It's pretty good. I'm just saying. So much fun. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. We need mana. Cloud's 5 mana. So Fabro Elder is one of the best mana dorks. It instantly taps for 2. It has Vigilance, so you do get to attack with it as well. Really big point on this card. So once you've equipped it with something, you do get to attack. And it gets a +1/+1 counter for each color. So it's going to be a 3/3 pretty fast. Yeah. Turn 1 Vexing Bauble would be good, Temple. But the issue here is we don't want to draw it as a dead card. If it's only good on turn 1, it ends up being something that often just is dead in our hand late game. It can be very frustrating. We have more elves, more mana. Gaddock Teague. Non-creature spells with converted mana cost 4 or greater can't be cast. And non-creature spells with X in their mana cost can't be cast. Y'all ever heard of Adnaz? Nope. Y'all ever heard of Bolus of Citadel? Nope. All will be one? Nope. Oh, guess what? They're trying to cast anything else with an X spell, try to go infinite, and then hit us with any of the big X spells. Guess what? Bye. 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 Gone. Linvala, Keeper of Silence. Activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated. We're not going to be running anything that does this symmetrically, but as a angel that does it asymmetric, meaning only other people can't, this stops cannons. This stops a lot of the new actually CDH commanders we've been talking about. Super helpful. And then more mana production with Lotus Cobra. We are running all the fetch lands, obviously. Makes us mana. Orcish Lumberjack. Super fast mana. This can help us get Cloud out on like turn 2 or 3 very easily. Super great card. Paradise Druid is a mana dork with hexproof. It comes into play more often than you think because people do like to bolt your mana dorks. Another Rule of Law effect, like we said, Phyrexian Censor. Priest of Titania. We are running a lot of elves. If at worst, it makes us 1 green. At worst. Sylvan Caryatid. Defender, hexproof, and add mana. Again, very helpful because we need mana outside of artifacts. We are running Thalia, Heretic Cathar. Creatures and non-basics your opponents control enter tapped. This gives us so many more opportunities to swing in. So many. And, we're in bracket 4. Everyone is playing non-basics. Whoa. We got another hear me out, boys. We got another hear me out. Phyrexian Revoker. Ooh, I'm feeling it. I know this card. Let me get the correct spelling of Phyrexian up. What's up, Six? How you doing? I spelled it wrong earlier. Let me get Revoker up here. I know what the card looks like. There it is. So Phyrexian Revoker allows us to stifle someone else's card that's going off. This is a great idea. I love it. Tyler, gold freaking star. Cloud, are you happy with this? You good? Are you going to give me a grape? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Cloud. I needed that grape. I felt like my blood sugar was getting a little low. All right, let's go back. Yeah, Phyrexian Metamorph. Hundo percent. Am I doing it right? Am I spelling Phyrexian wrong? No. Oh, I put an M. That's why. Whoops. Phyrexian Revoker. Good include. Okay, y'all. We're getting into the spice. We got one more creature, and then we're in the spice on this deck. Which, by the way, y'all, if you're enjoying this so far, you probably want to go get your own deck done by me live on stream. If you want that, go to the Patreon right now, or just join the Discord and come chat with me about your deck on there. But I will only do custom and, help people with decks at the 3rd tier. They paid for it. I want to give that to them. But go check out the Patreon if you want to be on stream this Thursday. We got 1 slot left this Thursday, y'all. Also, Phyrexian Revoker doesn't get shut off by artifacts being downed. So that's a great little tool there, Temple. So let's read what Collector Oof does. It says activated abilities of artifacts can't be activated. Phyrexian Revoker is a static ability. So that means it doesn't get turned off. Thank goodness. But very good thought process. Keep that in mind. Also, yes, you did miss Bloom Tender, I believe, over being. We have a Bloom Tender. Next is Yasharn, Implacable or Implacable Earth. Oh, I've never read that wrong. So Yasharn, when Yasharn enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic forest and a basic plains card. Reveal those cards, put them into your hand, and shuffle. So it's a 4-mana ramp spell, already pretty good, but players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. Y'all, Yasharn shuts off fetches, shuts off sack combos, shuts off any spell, Necropotence, Ad Nauseum, Bolus's Citadel, Necrodominance, anything where you have to pay life. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't stop Ad Naus, because you're not paying the life on Ad Naus. I didn't say any of that. Rewind. All right, y'all, it's time for the spice. We are running almost every extra turn spell in red. There's so many times, y'all, where you say, if I would have gotten to untap with Cloud and attacked in, I could have won the game. Look no further than Warrior's Oath. You just get to slam this, Warrior's Oath, Final Fortune, whatever you'd like, whatever flavor. You get that one extra turn you needed. And it's going to feel so cool when you do it. Also, this deck has a lot of really important enchantments. So we have an Idyllic Tutor here. Get to go put that enchantment into your hand. Pretty good, pretty good. Can't say no to that. We are in bracket 4. Finale of Devastation. If you get that 10 mana late game, the game's stalling out. Finale, Crater Hoof. Say less. Say less, right, y'all? After that, we have Enlightened Tutor in order to, again, go get those enchantments that we really need, and or any of the artifacts we're going to be talking about soon. These spicy, awesome, big damagey artifacts, because obviously we're attaching equipment to our creatures. That's the point of the deck. Deflecting Swat to keep us safe. Flawless Maneuver to keep us safe. Generous Gift destroys target permanents for us, so if anything's giving us trouble, we can gift them a little elephant. There you go, little Dumbo, little Dumbo for the Dumbo. Path to Exile, Swords to the Plowshares, Red Elemental Blast, Pyroblast. Get that stuff off the board, baby! Plow, 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 plow. Removal. Do we care about Grand Abolisher, Myrel, or Cutzel effects? Tyler, that is an excellent question. Excellent question. Here's the deal. Grand Abolisher. Let's pull up Grand Abolisher. Let's talk about this for a second. This is a very, very, very important topic. Y'all, hear me out. Grand Abolisher says, during your turn, opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities or abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. Y'all, we're not a combo deck. In fact, we're trying to actively make the game only play one spell per turn. This doesn't protect really At most, this protects one spell that gets countered during the game, at most. But you know what it does do? It leaves an effect like this onto the battlefield for anyone else at the table to easily copy when they're on a combo deck. We do not want to be leaving this kind of card on the field for other people to either steal, copy, or reanimate. It doesn't help us enough to be worth that risk. It's not. And over here at DefCap MTG, I help you be responsible with your deck building. I give you decks that you're not going to get blown out on. And I knew for a fact this right here, that was going to hurt you one day. Daddy's got you. We ain't doing that. Great question, Tyler. Great question. Last but not least, on our instance, we have Worldly Tutor. The idea here is because we are playing Rule of Law effects, on the end step of the player before you cast Worldly Tutor. See what I'm saying? Go get the creature you want on your turn, and then you get to cast the Worldly Tutor. Another way to do it is if everyone else has already cast their one spell per turn, you get to play this fourth. That way you know it's not going to get countered. Also very helpful. That's same with the Idyllic Tutor. That's the idea. Time for our artifacts. Commander's Plate. It gives +3/+3 to Cloud, which I don't know if y'all can do math. 4 + 3 is 7. Now you get 2 treasure tokens every time you attack with Cloud. Pretty good. And then it gives him protection from black and blue. Pretty good. I like protection from black and blue. I don't know about you. Pretty good. I figured we don't really want to abolish effects for not comboing, but worth bringing it up. Absolutely, Tyler. Completely agree with that. Colossus Hammer, like we talked about before. Are y'all ready to swing in? 1 mana. 1 mana. And it automatically equips due to Cloud. Basilisk Collar. Death Touch and Lifelink. The idea of Basilisk Collar here, guys, is not the Lifelink or the Death Touch. Then what is it about? What is it about, Death Cat? Why would I want Death Touch or Lifelink if I don't care about Death Touch or Lifelink? The idea here is Cloud wants to get in and do damage. And often people only have their commanders to block with or something with a big butt. So the Death Touch gets through that and keeps you healthy with the Lifelink. But we're just using this as like a form of evasion. We just want to get in, and Basilisk Collar helps us get in. And it's only 1 mana, so we can drop it early game really fast. So it's really helpful. Dampening Sphere. This is basically a Rule of Law effect. It will hurt your own Gaia's Cradle, which is something important to note. So that is a little annoying. But Dampening Sphere stops people from comboing off. It's very helpful because each spell a player casts costs 1 more for each spell cast this turn. It's a mini Rule of Law that comes down turn 2. So it's also pretty good. We have Grafdigger's Cage. This stops people doing graveyard shenanigans. One of the most effective and normal strategies at bracket 4 are graveyard effects, y'all. You know this. I know this. Come on. And then we want to keep Cloud safe. So Lightning Greaves. Kind of important. It'll allow us to give him Shroud and Haste, so he gets to immediately attack in too, which is pretty dope. Something also super important is Null Rod. So Null Rod stops people from artifacts, which is super, super, super good. So again, we don't want other people playing. I'll play Land, Soul Ring, Arcade Signet. No, you won't. You do, and guess what? Now they do nothing but nothing, baby. That Soul Ring, that Arcane Signet, that Lotus Petal in your hand, that Landside Diamond you're trying to get out of your graveyard. Yeah, that's right, baby. We don't need none of that. Get that out of here. We are here for a long time, and we're going to be swinging in. You need this effect. We also have Hammer of Nazan. When Hammer of Nazan enters, you may attach it immediately, so you don't have to use up your Cloud once per turn. And then it enables creatures. It gets +2/+0 and indestructible. Very, very, very good. Oh, we have a Hear Me Out, y'all. Temple's got to hear me out. Dragonfire Blade. Let's look this card up. I don't know it. Oh, whoops. Dragonfire Blade. Equipped a creature gets +2/+2 and has hexproof from monocolored. I like that. I like that. No more swords to plowshares hitting us. Yeah. It's 1 mana for that strong of an effect. From the top rope temple. Gold star, dog. Gold freaking star. Heck yes. Heck yes. Was Dragonfire. Sorry, Dragonfire. We love it. We love it. Next up, we've got Shadow Spear. For 1 mana, same thing. It allows you to get trample, lifelink, +1/+1, and then you can activate it, which we're not going to be doing because of the artifact stuff we're doing. For permanents our opponents control, lose hexproof and indestructible. It's a nice backup though. 1 drop and free to equip with Cloud too, Temple. Any Neon Dynasty equipment creature's good. I haven't thought of any that I really wanted in the deck, but I think it's a good idea to look for some. Running Grafdigger's Cage. How about Soul's Jailer as a little redundancy? Soul's Jailer is great. I think that's also a pretty easy run in. I remember thinking about it. I don't know why I didn't end up putting it in the deck. But here we are. Let's put it in. Gold star. Next, Swiftfoot Boots. It is basically Lightning Greaves, but better, because it gives us hexproof and not shroud, so we can still do things to Cloud, because shroud says no one can target it. Hexproof says we can still, but our opponents can't. After that, Sword of Feast and Famine, you get pro black and green, +2/+2. An equipped creature deals combat damage to a player. That player discards a card and you untap all of your lands. So it's resource denial and you get more mana. What's better than that? Sword of Fire and Ice, you get pro red and blue and get +2/+2. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, Sword of Fire and Ice deals 2 damage to target creature or player and you draw a card. It's removal, it's card draw, it's protection, it's damage bonus. The swords are cracked, y'all. And the last sword, Sword of Truth and Justice, pro white and blue. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control, then proliferate. A lot of our creatures will easily be getting +1/+1 counters. This goes donkey brains. It goes bat crazy. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Another big attacky boy, Uzumau's Jite. Funny story. I was at my LGS in Concord, North Carolina, right outside of Charlotte yesterday. And one of y'all knew me that was watching. So that was really cool. I met one of my fans there at the LGS. He was building a Slicer, and he didn't know about this card. So seeing the look on his face when he bought this was grand. It was fantastic. So whenever equipped creature deals combat damage, put 2 charge counters on Uzumau's Jite. Remove a charge counter from Uzumau's Jite, choose 1. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Or target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Or you gain 2 life. Super good. The only thing is this non-bows with our artifact hate. So you got to be careful with this card. It's a maybe include. You know what? It's enough now. Now that we're already on so much of an artifact hate plan, I think we're X-naying that and Shadow Spear because we can't activate actually. Shadow Spear comes down so early and gives us a lot. Never mind. I still like it. Conqueror's Flail. Yeah. You're right. Conqueror's Flail is good. That's a great hear me out. Let's move over to that for those who are not as interested in this type of archetype. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each color among permanents you control. And as long as Conqueror's Flail is attached to a creature, your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Yeah, people aren't really going to be copying it. I agree. That was a really good workaround on that. Gold star, Temple. Gold star. Big fat gold star. Next, in going back to resource denial, Blind Obedience. Artifact and creatures that your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. We get to swing in more. And if we don't have an artifact stopper, this stops them at least for 1 turn. Great card. Carpet of Flowers. A little bit of ramp. Pretty easy. You're in bracket 4, so you're going to see a lot of blue. So this helps a lot. We've got Darksteel Mutation. Enchanted creature is an insect artifact creature with base power and toughness 0/1 and has indestructible, and it loses all other abilities. What this allows us to do is if we want to stop someone else from constantly, stopping us, Darksteel Mutation duds their creature. So if they have some like crazy activated ability that constantly happens or like a crazy triggered ability, Darksteel Mutation stops it. Fantastic card. After that, we have Deafening Silence, another Rule of Law effect. Very, 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 very amazing. Rest in Peace, Graveyard Strategies, get out of here. We don't need them. This stops Graveyard Strategies like we were talking about earlier. Fantastic card for this deck. Next, Rhythm of the Wild. For 1 colorless, 1 red, and 1 green. Creature spells you control cannot be countered. So this allows us to swing in and easily have haste, and then, or +1/+1. So what Riot says on the card, guys, is that when a creature enters the battlefield, it either gets haste or it gets a +1/+1 counter, allowing all of your creatures to instantly come in with haste, or at least buff them up if you don't want them to. Super solid. And the fact they can't be countered is even better. Rule of Law, talked about that. Stony Silence, we talked about that. Trouble in Pairs, baby. Do your friends like to take extra turns? Do your friends like to do a lot of stuff on their turn? Well, guess what? Trouble in Pairs says, nope, you can't take those extra turns, and I'll draw cards if you try to do anything funny. Super great card. We got Wild Growth and Utopia Sprawl as a way to get more mana, turbo out our creatures easier, turbo out our commander faster. Super, super good. And that is it for today. That was the end, y'all. We did it. We reviewed all the decks. We did it. Guys, I'd love to sit here and chat with you guys a little more. How'd we like stream today? What did we like about stream? What would we like to see next time? And let's go check on the Patreon. Do we have 4 decks for Thursday? Have enough people sub to the Patreon? Y'all, right now, we need 1 more person to make the Thursday stream fire. We need 1 more person that wants a deck. If you can go head on over to the Patreon and sub at tier 3, you're going to get another stream Thursday full of new decks, which is pretty dang hype. I will most likely add another tier, and I'm going to talk to you guys about this. What about we add a $30 tier that says I will fix your deck? Right? So $50 I'll make you one, but for $30 I'll fix a deck. Do we like that? I think that's good. Yeah, Overbeing. We've got Lignify style effects. I agree with that. Those are all good in the deck. Y'all. Yeah. Deck tech tier, hell yeah. Absolutely. Cool. We got that in there now. I think also I'm going to add a button to where if you just want to buy one midstream, you can do that if you want more than one a month. I'll make sure to add that as well. But y'all, this was a fun stream. Oh, top rope. Did we get one? I think we may have gotten another one. I think someone else has just subscribed. Nope, we're still at 5. Never mind. Yeah. So we need one more. Awesome. Very good. Oh, did we get our first? Got the $50 tier? We did it. Thursday stream's firing, y'all. We got a Thursday stream. Let's go. Big amens in chat for Zombie. Can we get an amen in chat for Zombie? Thank you. Let me pull up my schedule. Heck yeah. That means if you guys want to be in next week's stream, you better sign up now. I don't know how fast we're going to fill up, but it seems like we might be filling up pretty good. Guys, I want to end you on one quick note. I would like to get up some, or I'll get some peaceful music here. Hold on. What's that? All right. We're going to pause the music for a second. All right, y'all. Time to end stream. Oh, that's loud. That's probably very loud for you guys. Thank you so much for coming to my stream. Thank you so much for supporting me in my dream of doing this full time. I've got a little more than 3 months left to make this dream come true before I run out of the funding to keep trying to do this full time. So I'll leave you with this today. May the Lord bless you and the Lord keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he turn his face toward you and give you peace. Numbers 6:24 through 26. God bless you guys. I'm very thankful for all of you being in my life and being in this dream. Yes, have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember, have fun. Play tight. I'll miss you when I'm not streaming. Amen, guys. Amen. See you guys next stream. We're heading out.